Hey folks, welcome to Coach's Notes. This is a behind the scenes look into my program design process. My favorite coaches have always stressed principle-based culture and training methods. So I was really inspired to build a program that reflected those values as well. Great coaches help us prepare for success beyond baseball. Why is that the first place that I decided to start? Obviously, because personal evolution is inevitable. No one is going to play baseball forever. And so if we spend our time in baseball wisely, obviously we're preparing for more seamless, more organic transitions into new chapters of life. To me, the real value of athletics is that we can learn all of the patterns and behaviors, mindset that is essential for success and well-being in the future. So that was something that I wanted to build as a baseline of our program. So if something is inevitable, obviously it makes sense to prepare for that. Since life beyond baseball is inevitable, it makes sense to prepare for that. So inspired cultures, great coaches will be emphasizing not only the development of really elite athletes and baseball players, but will have as a more fundamental motive helping young men build character and become more resilient. There's a few qualities and patterns that are really, again, from a big picture point of view, the most valuable in terms of long-term success and well-being. Learning how to learn, developing the ability to receive and then efficiently integrate instruction. So in other words, we call that coachability, which is not only the ongoing willingness to seek out instruction, but also the ability to apply that, integrate that into our lives. Learning how to lead, developing the ability to connect with and improve the performance of teammates, which again is obviously going to be vital in the future in personal and professional relationships, being able to connect with, understand the needs and the drivers of our family and colleagues. And then I think most important, learning how to follow, learning how to become an ambassador to actually embody the values and the principles of our chosen institutions or programs. I think the real superpower of athletics, again, is that there's a lesson that can be applied to all domains of life. I call it game theory. Basically, moment by moment, we're training other people how to treat us. And this is very, very obvious in the field of contest. Whether we respect someone or don't respect someone, we're going to develop plays around that, right? So in other words, moment by moment, basically in every room that we're in, whether it's a practice room or a business room or the living room or a field of play again, other people are watching us perform and watching how we respond to our own performance and our teammates' performance, and they're forming opinions of us. And so in other words, moment by moment, we're training other people how to treat us. Now, why am I saying maximum respect? Obviously, because given the choice, we would rather be shown maximum respect by peers, coaches, and our community than not. Another key point here is that, life upgrades will require that someone else say yes to us. In other words, everything that we aspire to in the future, whether it is athletics related, baseball specific, business, relationships, somebody else has to be on the other end, extending an invitation to us to play. And so again, great cultures are going to help young men learn how to cultivate themselves so that they become capable of earning access to their desired future experiences. In other words, in order to become capable of earning those types of invitations. And so kind of just summing everything up here, really from the very, very, very top, there's a direct relationship between the probability of experiencing the future that we want and our ability to earn maximum respect from peers, coaches, and communities. So this kind of wraps up the first Coach's Notes. I'll be back soon with the second session. Thanks so much, y'all.